Hi, my name is Emily. I'm new to YouTube and I'm really looking forward to building a channel to help people with their makeup. I plan on doing makeup tutorials and reviews and whatever else I feel like doing. I hate when people do that, when they like are forcing swallowing, and I just did it, so I'm a hypocrite now. I don't know. I have no idea how this video is going to turn out. It's my first one, so we'll see. Okay, so first I'm going to prime my eyelids with concealer, one that's close to my skin tone to cover any redness, and then I'll use a damp beauty blender to blend all of that out and make it nice and smooth. And then I usually use a setting powder after this to make the concealer set and smooth for the eyeshadows that will go in with next. Okay, and then I'm holding my eyeshadow palette like an idiot because I don't know how to hold products yet, but I'm grabbing this peach shade on a big fluffy blending brush and putting it in my crease. I'm blending that back and forth in windshield wiper motions until it's nice and smooth. I usually do this a couple times just so I can get the color to be as dense as I want it. On the same brush, I'm taking a medium brown for my palette and putting that in my crease as well. I'm keeping it lower than the transition shade, still using windshield wiper motions to blend. I'm doing small circles with my brush in the outer corner too to make sure that's nice and blended, and again I'll go in with this color multiple times to get the depth that I want. I'm using a flat kind of domed blending brush now with a dark brown shade from the palette and putting it all over the outer corner of my eye. I'll start dabbing with the flat side first, then turn the brush to the wider side to get the color a little bit higher into the crease. I'll go back and forth using small motions to make sure it doesn't get too high. You just want to make sure that you do this a few times to make sure that all the colors are blended well together. Next, for my favorite part, I'm using the black shade in the outer V to intensify this look. I love the black shadow in the Shade and Light palette. It's very easy to work with. I use a small tapered brush to apply this, then a big clean blending brush to make sure the black melts into all the other colors that I've used so far. I go back in with the black just to make sure that it pops a little bit more, and I'll use my big blending brush to make sure it's all seamlessly blended together. Okay, I wanted a pop of color for this look, so I'm using a L'Oreal Infallable eyeshadow in the color Amber Rush. It's a nice pink gold color. I'll list all the products I'm using down below in the description box. I probably should have said that earlier, but I'm just applying this with a flat shader brush. I didn't really like how it was applying dry, so I sprayed my brush with this NYX setting spray and went over my lid a few more times with this color. I'm taking it from the inner corner of my lid about halfway up and making sure that it blends well with the brown. I'm using that same small tapered brush to make sure the pink blends well with my upper crease. Don't want any harsh lines going on over here. Yay for lashes! I usually start by placing the lashes on the center part of my lid with my hand, and then I'll take tweezers and attach the outer corner and bring them around and attach the inner corner. And then again, you'll see me attach the falsies to the center of my lid, and then I use the tweezers to attach the outer corner, squeeze them together so my natural lashes and the falsies blend well, and then I'll attach the inner corner of the lash. I'll use my fingers or the tweezers to kind of fluff them up, make sure that they're pointing upward so I don't have to curl them. Moving on to my face, I like this L'Oreal primer. It keeps my foundation nice and dewy. The foundation I'm using is L'Oreal True Match Lumi in the shade W5. I'm using my flat top kabuki from Sigma to apply this. I like using circular motions and dabbing motions for this until I feel like it's applied nicely to the surface of my skin. I put concealer on under my eyes in big triangles. I don't take this too far back past my eyes because that can make my face look wider. So I just like to keep it just under the tip of my brow, and I bring it along down under my nose, and I make sure I put a lot in the center of my forehead and down the bridge of my nose just a little bit. And then I'll use my damp beauty blender again to blend out all of the concealer on my face. I use this Maybelline setting powder once my concealer's blended in. Oops, it's upside down. I use a tapered face brush by Morphe to set my concealer underneath my eyes and just a little bit on top of my forehead. I normally do my brows at this point, but it takes forever, so I didn't want to do them on camera. So I'll start bronzing / contouring my face now with this huge tapered face brush by Morphe. I start at the top of my ear and bring it down under my cheekbone almost to where the center of my eye is. I like to use circular motions after the sweeping motions up into my temple and onto my forehead. Oh, sorry, I didn't think that you could see me in the camera there. And then I just do it on the side, sweeping motions from the top of my ear down to like the center of my eye, and then just circular motions up into my temple a little bit as well. I love my Morphe 9B blush palette. It's a great color selection. I wasn't really sure which one I wanted to go with at this point, but wow, girl, get it together. Your facial expressions are terrible in this video. But I'm using my Real Techniques blush brush to apply this to the apples of my cheeks. It was a nice dusty rose color, so I thought it would go well with the pink on my eyelids. Going back to the Shade and Light palette, I'm taking this highlight shade and putting it on the highest points of my brows. It's just this tiny dome brush. I think it's Coastal Scents. I got it a while ago for Christmas, I think. Thanks, Auntie. Love you. And we're almost done. I cannot believe how long it took to make this video. It's my first one. I'm kind of overwhelmed, but we'll see how it goes. I'm putting the medium and dark brown eyeshadows from earlier on my lower lash line with a small pencil brush. I like to use a small pencil brush because I think it's nice and precise for getting it underneath the lashes. And I go from inner corner to outer corner. And I got something in my eye, but I'm doing this on the other side. I like to make sure that I get a lot of product on the outer corner of my lower lash line to blend with the eyeshadow on my upper lash line. And again, just going back and forth. Oh, I had something in my hair. I like to put waterproof mascara on my lower lashes and my upper lashes. It just works better for me. It doesn't run onto my skin throughout the day. And I'm going to finish it off with this beautiful pink gloss that I got from NYX. And that's all. Thanks for watching. I don't know how this lighting is going to work. Maybe I could like turn it down just a little bit. That might be okay. I mean, I don't know if you can see it as well, but I don't know, this kind of like washes me out a little bit. Might not be able to see it very well. Might be better on this one. Did the whole video on a lighting that's not really gonna work out. Deuces.